Guys, whether you believe it or not, Canada is still accepting migrants from the overseas. You heard me right. And people are getting into Canada. That is the basic truth. This is another immigration pilot program from the province of Manitoba. Guess what? It is boldly written on their website that our program is designed for those living outside Canada. Did you hear that? If you are outside Canada, you can come in. You are welcome to come in. This pilot program is designed for people that are living outside Canada. You know, there are lots of immigration pilot program in Canada. Some are for those that are within and all of that. But this particular one is majorly designed to bring in foreign workers from their home countries to fill in labor shortages in this small community in the province of Manitoba. Guys, let me shock you even more. You can come into this community on an exploratory visit. Now, ask me, what is an exploratory visit? That means even before you start processing your provincial nomination and every other thing, they are going to allow you to come into their community, give you the necessary documentation you need to come in for an exploratory visit. Basically, to check around and decide if this is where you would like to live. Then you go back to your country and you begin or continue with your application. Another shocking truth about this pathway is that it is not compulsory for you to have a relative in this community or even in Canada at large. Guys, all they need from you is your commitment to stay in this community, live and work there. They just want to be sure that when they bring you into this community, you're not going to leave their community to go to other big cities. You know, a lot of people don't want to stay in all the smaller communities. But guys, like I always say, come into this community, stay there for 2 years maximum. Then you can go ahead to move into any other city within Canada that you love. It is not compulsory for you to come for an exploratory visit. If you're interested in coming for that exploratory visit, you just apply directly to their office. Then much of the application work is your responsibility, and all travel costs and accommodation is your responsibility, since you are coming there just for an exploratory visit. They are not even sure you're going to stay there or you're going to like their community eventually. If I were you, I would take advantage of this opportunity. So guys, in this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this program, the eligibility criteria, the deadline, how to apply, how long it's going to take for them to respond to your application. Every juicy details will be revealed to you in this video. But before we move ahead, guys, please like this video. It is free to like the video, guys, just to encourage me to create more content. Thank you. If you have not subscribed to this channel, guys, I don't know where you are on this planet Earth. Please subscribe and please turn on your bell notification, because some of the opportunities I post these days, a lot of people rush at it, and before you know it, they start telling you that they are no longer taking applications, and you keep coming back to me to give me that news. Guys, turn on your bell notification. That's the best I can do for you. Please share with your friends and family. Drop your comment, drop your question. I try as much as possible to answer questions on my channel. Thank you, guys. Quickly, I want to give a mega shout out to Miriam Adeni. She actually requested for this video. Thank you, Miriam. I hope you're watching, right? Please take action as fast as you can. So without wasting much time, let's dive right into the video. So this program is the Winkler Stanley Economic Development, and it is initiated by the city of Winkler and the RM of Stanley in the province of Manitoba. This city is an industry and service hub for southern Manitoba, with a regional population of over 30,000 people. The region provides a great combination of work opportunity and quality of life. This pilot program runs for the period of 3 years, and this program is in partnership with the Immigration Pathway, and it has been agreed to be a pilot program initiative to address the urgent short and long-term labor needs demonstrated by employers in the Winkler Stanley region. This program in 2024 and 2025 can take up to 150 applications per year. So to qualify, applicants must meet the community selection criteria listed below and meet the adaptability and English language requirements associated with the job demands in our region. This time around, you cannot run away from high health, but you really do not need a high score. With CLB 4 in each of the category, that's the listening, speaking, the writing, and the reading, with a bounce score of about 3.5, guys, you are okay. If you can speak English and you understand English language, it is so easy to come by, trust me. The age requirement for this pilot program is between 21 and 45. So applicants over the age of 45 may be considered only if minimum MPMP required score of 60 points is met. So guys, if you are above 45, you can still go ahead to apply if you are able to meet up with a minimum score of 60 points. So work experience, you must have minimum 2 years full work experience in the past 5 years in declared intended occupation. Then for education, you must have at least 1 year post-secondary education or training program leading to a diploma, degree, or certificate. Then adaptability, candidates that meet the community selection criteria will be screened, interviewed based on being labor market ready, based on a regional labor focus report, and intending to reside in the Winkler-Stanley region. So guys, one of the major criteria is not that you should have a relative. The major criteria is for you to have the intention to live in this community. They just need people that are loyal, that are willing to stay in this community, guys. So those selected by the selection committee will receive a Winkler-Stanley community endorsement letter. This letter only had support to a candidate MPNP application. That's the Manitoba Provincial Nomination Program. So you must meet the criteria in order to be nominated for permanent residency by the province of Manitoba, not by the city of Winkler or RM of Stirling. So guys, if you have been following me on this channel, or you may want to check this video up here so you can have a glimpse of what the Manitoba provincial nomination is about and the eligibility criteria and how to go about it. So they are going to give you an endorsement letter, which is going to give you a very high chance of getting your provincial nominations. And once you are nominated, you're going to get 600 points to apply for your permanent residency. So settlement funds, applicants selected are required to meet 50% of the low income cutoff. So if you want to know more about that, you can click on learn more. I don't want this video to be too long. How the process works: the first step is to check to see if you meet the minimum requirement of the provincial nomination program, including CLB requirement for your intended NOC. After that, you complete the pre-application form found on this website by selecting the Get Started button. So I'm going to take you through that. So only applicants that meet our program eligibility criteria will be reviewed. Eligible applicants will be notified via email that their application is being processed. Then the third step, your pre-application information is reviewed by their office, and if it is determined that your skills and experience are needed in our region, your information will be given a second review by a community selection committee. So application processing time are 3 to 4 months. So if you don't hear from them within 3 to 4 months, that means your application has not been approved. Then step 4 is if the community selection committee confirms that there is a need for your skill and experience, our office will reach out to you to conduct an online interview. So if your skill is needed, they will reach out to you for an interview, and if the interview confirms your information and your skill is a fit for our area, a community support letter will be sent to MPMP for their consideration. So they are going to send a support letter to the Manitoba Provincial Nomination Program that they should consider you. So the MPMP reviews that letter, that's the endorsement letter, and make a determination on whether or not to issue an invitation to apply. So now when they receive the endorsement, Manitoba is also going to check and see if you meet the requirement. And once they are able to certify that you do, they are going to give you invitation to apply. Then candidates with an invitation to apply can then set up an expression of interest profile. So this is like the best way to get your expression of interest approved by the province of Manitoba. Then your expression of interest profile is entered into a provincial applicant draw, and if your EOI profile is selected, you will receive a letter of advice to apply. And then the MPNP completes your assessment and make a determination of whether to nominate you for the federal government final approval consideration. Then you can apply for your permanent residency. So guys, with that being said, let's move on to apply for this program. So you want to come down here. I'm going to drop the link in the video description, and you come right here where it says get started, and you click on it. So it takes us to the application page. We have to fill the form. WSEDC Pilot Manitoba Immigration Initiative application. So effective immediately, all applications submitted to the WSEDC Pilot Immigration Program will only be valid for 6 months. Your application will automatically expire if you do not receive further communication within this period. You have about 9 steps to complete. So you want to come down right here to click on next. So we are on step 2 now. Please ensure you have all the required documents listed below before you start filling out the application form. Those are the documents you'll be needing for this application: your language proficiency test results, your education proficiency documents, your resume, that's your CV, and all official documents must be transferred. Those are the major documents you need for this application. Then let's look out for the jobs in high demand in this community: nurse aides and other assisting occupation in healthcare, mechanics, production, manufacturing, assembling, machine operators, food and retail services, meat processors, butchers, and welders. So guys, these are jobs in high demand, and even if your job is not in high demand, you never can tell. Just give it a try. Since you're not making any payment, it's free to apply. You never can tell. So you are supposed to tick all this, then you click on next. I would not want to move on with this application, so you can go through the process, submit your application, and await them for about 3 to 4 months. They're going to reach out to you. If your application is successful,